Hello and welcome back to National Busways West Scotland, here at the East Kilbride garage just south of Glasgow, where we are going to launch a new connection to the city. From EK, not from PO. So far in the series, all of my local services have been run, or mainline services have been run from PO. However, the services to East Kilbride are quite long, or the service to East Kilbride is quite long. The route 2 is very long, and so, it's sort of the start time's a bit odd, dead running's very high. It's a Glasgow-centric service. It's Glasgow to East Kilbride more than it is East Kilbride to Glasgow. So, with our new service, we're going to go from the East Kilbride garage up to Glasgow. Ooh, what? No. And we're going to take a slightly different route. It's broadly kind of the same path, but different. So, let's bring the 2 back up so you can see it with the stops. The the 2 goes this way. The new route, I think I'm going to number it the 21, is going to go this way. And then it's going to follow the 2 to this roundabout here, this whole junction where it meets with the 391, another EK route. And it's going to go up through Rutherglen and across into Glasgow, sort of that way. Which I think is the real life route of the 18? At least, sort of, at the northern end? Not sure. But that of course means that for once, finally, East Kilbride will be getting a new vehicle type. It's been using exclusively the Right Renown in the VW class since it was opened, and it's going to stay with Volvo, but that's all I'm going to say. So, I think without further ado, let's Alpha Bravo 6000, lovely hex code. I didn't even realize that was the hex code, like when I picked it out. Just a lovely hex code. Did I not copy it? Oh well. This is going to be the 21. East Kill to Glasgow. Time-lapse me, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. And here is the 21. So, coming out of East Kilbride, it takes a slightly different route, where the 2 goes around this way, the 21 goes around this way, then follows the 2 all the way up to, I think this is called the Ken Hill roundabout? Or Ken Hill or Cathkin, I can't remember which one. then goes up through here, through Rutherglen. There's Rutherglen. What's this bridge called? The Dalmarnock Bridge. That shouldn't have come as a surprise, seeing as this is Dalmarnock. Up through Dalmarnock, through Trongate, and then shenanigans in Glasgow Central, as you would expect. That's the second route between East Kilbride and Glasgow. I think I'm going to run it every 12 minutes with 10-minute headways in peak time. That seems reasonable. And there's going to be a third route as well between East Kilbride and Glasgow. That's going to be, I'm going to number that one the 20. And it's going to run from East Kilbride out the other way, and it's going to go through Carmunnock and up sort of this way. But I wanted to get this one done first. So, yeah, it's going to run, let's see, oh god, what's this going to look like? It's normally mental. Okay, so it's going to run every 15 minutes. Oh no, let's set it to every 10. It's going to run every 10 during peak time. It's going to need at least 12, that's expected. And it's got a very high overnight demand. Like, demand doesn't start really dropping off until about 2 AM. Interesting. So, Monday, Friday, outbound. And of course, unlike the two where outbound is Glasgow to East Kilbride, outbound in this case is East Kilbride to Glasgow. I will see you when the route is, or when the timetable is done. Do my standard jump cut. And the timetable is done. It's a fairly simple timetable. It runs from about 5 to about 11, every 12 minutes during the day, every 10 minutes at rush hour. Obviously all day on Saturdays it's every 12 minutes. On Sundays it runs every 15 minutes with slightly contracted operating hours. Significantly curtailed in the evening compared to the morning. But there we go, that's how we're doing things. So, let's confirm that. Set it from EK and activate later. Ooh, big lag spikes happening. So, what are we going to do for vehicles? Because the Renowns aren't big enough. The Renowns won't cut it. They just won't. They're beautiful buses, but they're not big enough for this route. Well, we're going to stay Volvo. It would make sense for a garage like this that's so dependent on Volvo vehicles. It would make sense for them to stick with Volvo. Well, not dependent, but so used to Volvo. It would make sense for them to stick with Volvo. So, we are going to buy some... where is it? There's Marketplace. We're going to buy... double-decker bus. Oh, hang on. Let me get it researched real quick. Right, okay, I've got the vehicle researched, that's good. I'm not doing my sort of switching off mods anymore, it's gotten too confusing. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff that we're not going to use, like the street deck and the B5. Interesting that the B5 is smaller than the street deck though, that's interesting. Anyway, these aren't going to have passenger information system. And yeah, we're going to go for ALX 400s on the B7TL, because Volvo Garage. Manage vehicle groups, these are going to be, it's new type day, the VA type. VA. Here we go. Volvo Alexander, that's what that stands for. And we're going to buy a shitload. I'm going to guess that we're probably going to... Actually, no. I'm not going to guess. I'm going to go to this. And I'm going to work it out. Show timetable. There we go. So, Peak vehicle requirement. We need 553, 701, 709, gets back at 809. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's buy 18, just to make sure that it will definitely work. There we go. So we're going to buy 18 VA type buses. This is just over half of them. And of course, I've made a livery. Well, delivery didn't work at first, but it's now like a couple days after, and I've got the livery to work. We have 16 Volvo B70L ALX 400s in the VA type. Here's VA16 just pulling into its bay now. These are very nice. B70L ALXs are some of my favourite buses in real life. And I've put the little black thing that ALXs have underneath the windshield on this. The shaping's not quite right, but it's there, it's sort of good. It's nice. Also, I made the National Busways logo smaller, so that it's not so awkwardly stretched, or not awkwardly, like, tight. As you can see here on the Renown, it's got a bit more breathing space compared to the DAF ones, and the same here for these VAs. So that's going to be, going forward, how big the National Busways logo is on ALXs. But because we have the ALXs, we can launch the 21, which is this big beast. So, let's activate. It's taking a while. Oh dear. Well, this is not fun. There we go. Right, ship scheduler. Automero. Assign bus drivers. Thank you. Oh, this is Sunday. We're starting on a Sunday. That's fantastic. Oh, and because there's some overlap with the Renowns. Oh, great. I didn't anticipate that. So I've got to be careful. I could just probably assign... Yeah, there you go. Let's see if tomorrow goes like that. Or Monday even. That's very... Oh no, because it's initially said it. Yeah. The game's stupid, and I'm stupid, and when you put two stupid together, you get stupid squared, and that's how this series has gone. That's pretty accurate to how this series has gone, so... Woo. And we're short of VA type even for a Sunday. That's not fun. No, we aren't. The game's just stupid squared. And finally, X260TG, better known as VA24. I can't believe that we need this many buses to run this route. I feel like that's on the game. Somewhat. But, at the same time, lots of VAs is a good thing. Wait, hang on. These were in the 300s range, and then it went wrong from here. Oh my god, all of these have the wrong license plates, and one of these has the wrong garage code. There it is. I may open a garage like near sort of Drum Chapel way, where I can move the 51A. And that will be a sort of... That will have the GW, because that's on Great West Road, so... If I do that, the GW code will come back, and I will sort out the license plates off camera, because that will take a little bit. But as things stand... Actually, I may do it in a jump cut now, because it's only 1 AM, service doesn't start for a little bit on the Sunday, so... Yes, I will do a little jump cut. I'll sort the license plates out. It'll take a bit, but hopefully not too long. And it is time for the start of the 21. our new service between Glasgow and East Kilbride, but this time based in East Kilbride, so that it can start from East Kilbride at a reasonable time. How many times did I just say East Kilbride? Anyway, so we did the different thing in East Kilbride, where we went up to serve Calderwood. Now we were serving sort of along the two. Now we're running sort of on our own path. We're not sharing with any route at this point. I don't know if there's a bit where we run along with the 391. No idea at all. However, we're doing reasonably well considering it's the first bus on a Sunday, and there isn't any kind of event on. So I, broadly can't complain. And hopefully the extra 8 buses that I bought will be, like, fine for Monday. Because I had to take out a loan for all that, which was a lot. Taking out a loan at this point in the game, I was like, woo. Got a call from a call from unknown. But unlike South Coast, we aren't really in a position to loan out our buses at this stage, because our fleet is very, very tight. Anywho, shift scheduler for tomorrow. Assign drivers. Assign buses. We're short 1 VW, but I know that we're not. I know that we aren't short a VW. It's just where that VW needs to be put, and the game's getting it entirely wrong as per. As per, that did not take long. I've been gone all of like 10 seconds. Anywho, buses. We have loads. East Kilbride and Glasgow positively jumping. So what I'm going to do, you've seen the title of the episode. It's called Overnight. So what I'm going to do is, it's second route time. I've been doing a lot of these 2 routes in one. Over the course of the entire time I've basically been doing City Bus Manager. And yeah, from East Kilbride, we're going to be doing the N2. So it's not going to follow the 21, it's going to follow the 2, but it's going to run from East Kilbride rather than Glasgow, rather than Polmedy. So the N2 is going to go, again, London style. It's going to run a longer journey than the daytime 2, and it's going to run from Hairmyres Hospital through some back streets to sort of collect people in the residential areas. And then from East Kilbride bus station, it'll follow the 2 into Glasgow city centre. So, and obviously to run with the VAs. That should go without saying. So, yeah, that should be fun. I'll have a note of the first and last 2s, so that it can run, hopefully, with a decent gap either side of it. I'm thinking of running these night buses half-hourly. It's quite common to see half-hourly night buses in London. Sometimes more frequent if it's a busy route, like the N29 runs every 10. But even some relatively major night corridors only run every half hour. So, one note. Right. So the first one off East Kilbride is 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll probably shift that back to like 5:48. With the 2, with the N, or with the 21 even. So 5 o'clock from Glasgow. And the last 2's 2300, both ends. Well, that's interesting. Last bus is at the same time from both ends. I'm probably going to change that, but for now, I'll do the N2. And the N2 is going to have... It's going to have a darker orange, like a really dark... I mean, that's just brown when you're talking about RGB, so it's probably going to be red. The N2... N2... Hairmyres Hospital to Glasgow. So yeah, I'm going to do a dark red. Maybe a bit of pink in there. Just to sort of make it not fully red. There you go. Like a sort of really dark reddish pink. Because it's kind of maroon, I guess. Anywho, it's N2. Time for the N2. And there is the N2. I'm not quite sure if it follows the exact route of the two within Glasgow, but it is at least pretty close. Oh no, wait, doesn't the 2 go like this way? Well, maybe it takes a shortcut. Either way, the N2, it's just like the 2, but it does this nonsense in East Kilbride. Obviously, the idea of that is that we don't need to run the local services 24 hours a day if you can just extend the night buses to the local part, or, you know, to the little neighbourhoods in East Kilbride. That's the idea, sort of what London night buses do, but not quite. It's actually what the East Kilbride daytime routes do in real life. They go into East Kilbride pretty direct, and then they do sort of local stuff. It's a good idea, but I think it's better suited to nighttime stuff so that you can have a dedicated, frequent daytime network in East Kilbride that isn't affected by, you know, traffic levels in Glasgow. Anyway, the first bus is going to be at 23:15 and the last bus is going to be at... no, the first bus is going to be at 23 and the last bus is going to be 4:45. And the first bus at 23:15 from both ends. Every 30 minutes. Apparently, it's still going to be quite busy, which is interesting, because it's a night bus. It shouldn't be that busy. Anyway, Monday to Saturday. Although bear in mind this Saturday does include Sunday mornings. I'll do the same timetable all week for now. Monday, Saturday. I guess outbound because it starts from East Kilbride. So, I will see you when the timetable is done. Okay, so this is the simplest timetable that I've ever designed. Although, it is a very intriguing one because it's very fast. I've done the classic night bus thing where I've given it like no stand time. So let's just have a look. What's the turnback like at Hairmyres? 23:15. Gets to Glasgow at midnight 20. Oh. Which is exactly the same time as that goes out, which means that's waiting for half an hour. Let's have them go on the hour, 1:30 on the hour then. There we go. At midnight 30, gets in at midnight 1:31, which will do the 1:45. That's beautiful, which has a vehicle requirement of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. The last homebound bus is the 4:30, and that gets back at 5:37. I kind of want to run a 5 o'clock. Or maybe not run it so late in the evening. But 3:15 feels like a really early finish. Now this is what we get with a sort of a night service that's based out of town. Because normally the night service timetables are done from within town. So, I mean, this should have gone from PO. I originally had it as going from PO. But it's going from EK and sucks to be me. Activate bus route. Now. Here we go. We have drivers. It's just a case of having buses, and I'm pretty sure I have those. Oh, I've got you. Immediately. Midnight 10. Oh no, you can go. You can go. You can go, and you can go. Beautiful. Let's see how the 21's doing. 21 is doing just fine. I think I will leave that there for Glasgow episode thing. I'm good at this YouTube stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you next week in Glasgow or on Monday from Southern Vectis. Bye bye.